The global K-pop sensation BTS has returned from military service.
Release of Comeback in Seoul is expected to draw over 250,000 fans.
ADView the behind-the-scenes Dirty Flicks documentary, BTS The Return, premiering globally on March 27th. Get tickets now. Watch the trailer.
You basically boiled down the entire global reaction to one single word: kinks. And honestly, it's perfect. It just nails that feeling of immediate, total dominance. This wasn't a comeback. It felt more like a coronation.
And if you want to see the numbers to back that up, well, they are absolutely staggering. The group sold 3.1 million copies of their new album.
And get this, that was on the first day alone. We're not just talking about a new record for 2026. This was a brand new personal best for the group themselves. It's like it just proves their global power has only gotten stronger while they've been away.
All right, so let's really dive into this. We're going to break down their fifth studio album, Arirang, which, by the way, is their first full group release since 2022, and really look at how this comeback isn't just making waves, it's creating a full-on tsunami.
I mean, the sheer scope of their dominance here it's just wild. It wasn't just about selling a ton of albums. No, they completely took over every single chart that matters, right? From streaming back home in Korea all the way to what's trending worldwide on YouTube. And get this, all 14 tracks from the album charted at the same time. That's a feat that's, well, it's pretty much unheard of.
And all that dominance online, it has a massive, and I mean massive, real-world footprint. Just look at this. An estimated 260,000 fans flew into Seoul just for the comeback concert. They literally turned the city into a global hub for the BTS army.
But here's the thing. This comeback was so much more than just dropping a new album. It was a perfectly timed, multi-platform global event, basically engineered for maximum possible impact.
So this timeline really pulls back the curtain on the strategy. You've got the album drop, then boom, the very next day, a global live stream concert. A week later, a behind-the-scenes documentary. And then the launch of a massive world tour. See how that works? Each piece is designed to build hype and momentum for the next one, creating this non-stop cycle of engagement.
And the scale of that next step? Whoa, it is absolutely immense. The Arirang World Tour is slated for 82 dates across 34 cities. That makes it their biggest global tour ever. And yeah, you guessed it, tickets sold out almost instantly on every continent.
But you know, even inside this perfectly planned, well-oiled machine, there's always a human element. News broke that the group's leader, RM, had a minor ankle injury, which meant he couldn't dance as much. And the fan response? It was immediate and just huge. This incredible wave of support that really shows you how deep that connection is between the audience and the members themselves.
Okay, so this level of success, it doesn't just happen by accident. It's actually the result of a much bigger strategy, a whole new phase in the global creative economy that industry experts are calling Hallyu 4.0, or the fourth wave of the Korean cultural phenomenon.
And that really brings us to the central question, doesn't it? We see the album sales, we see the tour dates, but how on earth does a single album release generate an economic impact that's estimated to be 0.2% of South Korea's entire GDP? How is that even possible?
Well, the answer lies in this idea of Hallyu 4.0. The whole game has changed. See, the focus has shifted. South Korea isn't just exporting songs or TV shows anymore. They're exporting the entire blueprint, the very system for creating and cashing in on global entertainment.
And you can really see the evolution laid out right here. It all started with just exporting the products themselves, dramas, music. Then, Hallyu 2.0 was about using digital platforms like YouTube and social media to build up these huge global fandoms. Hallyu 3.0, that's when we saw global critical hits like Parasite and Squid Game. But now we're in 4.0. And the system itself, the training methods, the storytelling, the fan engagement model, that has become the product.
Okay, so right at the very heart of this new system is a seriously powerful financial model. One that's designed to turn a single song into an entire economic universe.
And it's got a name, the Transmedia Multiplier Effect. So what is that? It's basically the mechanism that takes one core product, in this case, the album, and uses it as a launchpad for a whole ecosystem of other stuff. We're talking documentaries, webtoons, exclusive merch, digital experiences, all of it woven together.
And this isn't just some vague idea. Academics actually have a way to measure it, and the formula is surprisingly simple. You just take the total revenue of the entire ecosystem and divide it by the revenue of just the core product. What you get is a multiplier. And that number tells you exactly how much extra value is being squeezed out of that original piece of art. And we can see this multiplier effect in action right here with this tour. Just look at these projections. For the upcoming BTS tour, analysts are predicting that almost 40% of all the revenue will come from things that are not tickets. That huge slice of the pie, that's your digital collectibles, your exclusive merch, and all those other transmedia assets we were just talking about.
And make no mistake, this incredibly powerful model isn't just a K-pop thing anymore. It's quickly becoming the new blueprint for the entire global entertainment industry.
So, what does this all boil down to? One word: control. The strategy is something called platform sovereignty. By building their own proprietary platforms like Weverse, these agencies can pull fans away from third-party apps. Why? Because it lets them bypass that gatekeeper tax from the big tech giants and own everything: the data, the fan relationships, and the entire value chain from top to bottom.
This shift is so huge, so profound, that industry experts are already talking about it in these grand, historic terms. I mean, listen to this quote from Billboard's Jeff Benjamin. He's saying that we'll look back on BTS not just as a super successful band, but as a genuine turning point for the entire industry, a definitive before and after moment, just like the Beatles or Michael Jackson.
Which, leaves us with this one big final thought. The BTS comeback is way more than just the return of a beloved group. It's really a case study in the future of entertainment itself. A future where a single piece of art becomes the sun in its own self-sustaining economic and cultural solar system. And as this model of total IP management goes global, it really forces us to ask, what does this mean for the future, for artists, for fans, and for the very definition of what we call entertainment?